Before you were old enough to understand money, you already had beliefs about it. You heard your parents argue about bills. You heard we can't afford that. You watched adults stress every time the end of the month came. And your brain, which was still forming, filed all of that away. Money equals stress. Money equals conflict. Rich people are greedy. Having too much money is dangerous. These weren't lessons you chose. They were programs installed without your permission. And they've been running in the background of every financial decision you've made since. Psychologists call this your money script. And research from the Financial Therapy Association shows that most people's money scripts are formed before the age of 7. 7 years old. Before you had any real understanding of economics, your financial future was already being written. Here's where it gets fascinating. In 1978, psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky published a study that would win the Nobel Prize in economics. They discovered something that changed everything we thought we knew about human decision-making. People are not rational about money. They never were. Their research showed that the pain of losing $100 is psychologically twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining $100. We feel losses far more intensely than gains. This means we make decisions not to win, but to avoid losing. Think about what that means for your financial life. You don't invest because you might lose. You don't start the business because it might fail. You don't ask for the raise because you might get rejected. Every opportunity that could change your life, filtered through a brain that is biologically wired to say no. This is called loss aversion. And it is the single most powerful force keeping ordinary people poor. But there's something even deeper. In 2010, Harvard psychologist Sendhil Mullainathan published research showing that scarcity, the feeling of not having enough, actually reduces cognitive capacity. When you are worried about money, your IQ effectively drops by 13 points. The stress of being broke makes you worse at the decisions that would help you stop being broke. It's a trap with no exit. Unless you know it exists. The wealthy don't escape this psychology by being smarter. They escape it by building systems that remove emotion from financial decisions. Automatic investments. Predetermined rules. Structures that act even when fear says stop. They don't rely on willpower. They engineer their environment. But here's the part that nobody in the personal finance industry wants to admit. Knowing all of this isn't enough. Information alone never changed anyone's financial life. If it did, every economics professor would be a billionaire. What actually changes everything is a single moment. A moment so specific, so personal, that once it happens, nothing is ever the same again. We call it the trigger. And in part 3, we're going to show you exactly what it looks like. And how to manufacture it deliberately.